we're going to move on into our last topic. And usually you're probably sitting there going, whoa, usually you only have 3 guys. What's up with the 4th topic? That Cody Kessler topic was kind of an extra one that I threw in. Mark said, fuck it, let's go with it.
It's
so
fun.
we did. Now we're going with our kind of show stopper topic, and the Minnesota Vikings. They've looked good. They've looked, to me, exceptionally good because Teddy went down. I got super, I don't want to say emotional, but I got super sick to my stomach.
Okay.
I cried. Teddy, I feel for you. I think about you every day. He's going to come back. You're going to come back strong. Don't rush back. We'll be here for you. Then AP goes down, and, it's another thing where I go, why to us? And I'm thinking, I didn't kiss of death this team.
You guys deserve it.
I didn't kiss of death this team. But the one thing I think with this team, and yet again, only after 3 weeks, but we beat the Panthers, who you could say haven't looked good this season.
They haven't.
But they should be 2-1 because they should have beat Denver. This is a team that very good defensively. Sam Bradford has looked good in 2 games. Maybe this team doesn't need AP to make the play. I'm just gonna say make the playoffs. Let's not go anywhere crazy. And Sam Bradford's looked good. Where I'm sitting here going, I'm confident that I am confident right now that we can win the division, especially after beating the Packers and then beating the Panthers. Am I crazy?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. All right, no one's going to deny that the Vikings defense is really good. No one's going to deny that. The worst thing that happens with AP being injured is that Sam Bradford doesn't have the guy to hand the ball off to. You know, I know that McKinnon and Asiata are fine. They're good running backs, but they're not Adrian Peterson running backs. So it just comes back to the same thing. The injury. We just need to keep Sam Bradford healthy for the Vikings to win.
If he's healthy, he's happy.
Yeah, I bet. He's happy no matter what. He's collecting paychecks. What does he care? He's collected paychecks to sit on the bench for years now. So if he stays healthy, life is great. I can't really see the Vikings losing the division. If he gets hurt, obviously it's a completely different story. The thing that scares me for your Minnesota Vikings is that Aaron Rodgers woke up. He decided, I think I'm going to play some football today. And he went out there and he kicked some ass.
But it was the Lions.
He still kicked some ass.
It was the Lions.
First half, man, did he destroy. Second half, that team looked like a casual Mike McCarthy team. But that's what scares me. Even in that Jaguars win, they still scored more points than the Vikings score in a win. And that's the thing that I think kind of makes me fear for the Minnesota Vikings winning the division. It's just that Aaron Rodgers can go out there and put points up on anybody that's not the Vikings. And you only play the Vikings twice a year. So if you win more games than the Vikings do, obviously John Madden says you get the win. You win the division.
That doesn't concern me, though, because this year, looking at it now based on what I've seen 3 games, the Lions, I think we can beat them 2 times. At the very least, at least we'll split, but I think we can sweep them. The Bears at this point, I was stupid.
Number 1 overall.
I was stupid to give them the game at Soldier Field. That Monday night's a win. We're going to sweep the Bears, no problem. And guess what? Even if we lose in Lambeau, we split with Lambeau last year and still won the division. And I know what you're saying. And I know every game counts, but I kind of look at our schedule and the Giants are good, but we're playing at home on Monday night. We're playing at home. Like you even said to me and Sean, you're not playing Eli this week. That means you're a little bit scared of this Viking defense.
Nope.
Just a little bit.
Not scared at all. I just don't want Eli to throw interceptions.
You just don't want Eli to throw interceptions.
Because he likes to do that.
Houston, who, as of today, right before we were going to record the podcast, looks like J.J. Watt's not going to be playing that game.
Yeah.
He could be going to the hospital for his back now. I mean, the Eagles in Philly, that's going to be a good game. Bears, no contest. Lions, I think we can win. Redskins, I think we can win. Cardinals, it depends on if the Cardinals wake up or not. Lions win. I'll say Thursday night with the Cowboys. Let's see who's playing that game. Might be Tony Romo. might be Tony. So I'm not going to say for sure win. Jaguars win. Colts, I think we can win. Green Bay, I'll give it to Green Bay. Bears win. What, I say like two or three losses?
But see,
at
the
most?
problem that we have is the same thing when we talked about the Cowboys and the Eagles. Packers are going to play the same teams. And the Packers are in the same situation. The Vikings will win because they got a really good defense. The Packers will win these games because their offense can light it up.
And here's the thing I think this division will come down to. And like I said, it don't matter. Like, we could beat the Packers. The Bears might win one game this year. And that one game against the Packers, because you guys will play up.
Mm-hmm.
Will it probably happen? No. But I think at the end of the year, we'll either finish one win better than the Packers, or we'll get a tiebreaker over the Packers, and that tiebreaker will be that first game that they let slip away.
After Aaron Rodgers played his fuck you game to everybody saying that he was done, I can't count them out yet. I really can't do it.
I'm not counting them out. They're going to be like, we are talking about two teams that are going to be divisional wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings and Packers are making the playoffs this season. You can book it. Book it right now.
Sure, the Giants have a good defense.
Watch, now that I say that, Sam Bradford's going to get injured this week, and Sean Hill's going to be my quarterback.
First play of the game.
Please don't. Please don't wish that on me.
Giants have a good defense, but then when we're going forward, there's not many teams that are going to scare the Packers. The Seahawks obviously will. The Texans, because J.J. Watt will probably be back at that point. That's a really late December game. But I don't know if I'm Aaron Rodgers. None of the rest of the teams on the schedule are going to scare me in the slightest. It's just going to be so neck and neck. So I don't want to say that it's the Vikings division to lose. I think that it is a dead heat to the very last game when Packers get to play last three games. The Bears, the Vikings, the Lions. And for your Vikings, it gets to be the last two games, Packers, Bears. So that's going to be a big one. That Packers at Lambeau game, December 24th, Christmas Eve, it's going to be a great one. That's going to be such an important game. Such an important game for you guys. For the Packers.
I don't want anyone to twist my words. When I was saying they could win that, I'm not saying it's not going to be an important game. I don't want anyone to say, well, Ricky's throwing that one away. It don't matter to him. Yes, it's going to be important. I think we have it in us to go exactly like last year, maybe get a game on the Packers, and that game is that
I don't know if I believe
won.
that you Vikings can play out in the cold with your nice fancy stadium with its half, what is it the thing, 60%? Like 60% of the sun is let in through the roof now? What the fuck does that mean? No, I don't believe you guys are your fancy stadium. You guys can't play outside like a real team. Get a real stadium. Go back to playing at the Gopher Stadium.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that at all. We're not going to do that at all.
No, I still think that you can't. It's a too close to call type of scenario here. I can't give it to one team or the other. Vikings have a much better defense than the Packers. Packers have a really good offense now that the Adrian Peterson's not there.
Well, and that's the thing, is how is that loss going to hurt us? And I feel weird for thinking about this. I'm not really like nervous that he's not out there.
Because you're drinking the Sam Bradford Kool-Aid.
I want to make this comparison, but I don't. But I'm going to make it anyways.
There you go. That's a classic Ricky move.
I kind of think of 2007.
Yeah.
What team am I talking about, Mark? 2007.
I don't remember.
You're wearing them on your head.
I don't remember this.
You're wearing them on your head.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really good defense. Rex Grossman was your quarterback. Got to the Super Bowl.
Never heard of him.
I'm not saying the Vikings go Super Bowl.
But maybe like a Brett Favre throw the interception in the championship game.
I think we can make a run, especially if the Cardinal and the Panthers start kind of like continuing their like, whoa, are we in hangover mode season this year? I think we could be primed for it. I think we could be primed for it. I mean, this is a chance where and that's why I think that this, not just the division, but the entire conference right now is the Vikings to lose. Because right now we've come out, and the whole kind of theme of this podcast has been, it's only 3 weeks.
Yep.
But after 3 weeks, I think they're the early favorite in the NFC because of every other, like, we've either seen absolute garbage, well, not absolute garbage, but teams not look like, well, the Cardinals this past week were absolute garbage, but just underperformance from teams that we picked to go to the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game, and then like other teams like the Packers where it's like, yeah, you look like duds against the Vikings, but then you look like the second coming against Detroit, where the Vikings right now, I think this defense can carry us.
Yeah.
And we are going to, I will say this, we will go as far as that defense takes us.
Well, I think the defense is going to drag the team, and Sam Bradford's going to be there keeping up. Or, like we said before, it all comes down to his health. If he gets hurt, Sean Hill's not going to keep up.
2 of my bold predictions so far coming true. Wentz looks like Rookie of the Year. Bradford hasn't gotten injured.
Not yet.
I mean,
3.
Here's the thing with that bold prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get a little bit of a pass because week 1 he didn't play, but it wasn't because of an injury? Do I get a little bit of a pass because I said he'll start all 16? Or he'll be healthy all 16. Start and healthy all 16. Do I get a pass for that week 1? Because he technically didn't play.
Sam Bradford played.
No, he didn't. It was
week
Sean
1?
Hill that game against the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Sean Hill. So I was just asking, do I get a pass?
Yeah, I'd give it to you.
Because I could see you going, no, he didn't play all 16.
You know, Ricky, on an average day, I probably would say, hell yeah, no, it does not count. But you're right. I'll give it to you. I kind of forget that the Vikings are a football team, so, you know.
Any last things before we wrap this whole kit and caboodle up this week?
I think this obviously week 4, this is the end of the first quarter of the football season, so a lot of people like to make a big deal out of it. I just want to point out, of course, that it's week 3, and let's all remember the Atlanta Falcons last year. Looked amazing. We all thought suddenly they were back, and then they
started
just
6-0.
Were nothing after that. So anything can happen still. If your team is down and it's not the Chicago Bears, there is still hope. It can get back up. Chicago Bears, number 1 overall.
There is still hope. Spoken no truer than a true Chicagoan. I want to thank you guys for checking out this podcast this week. Whether you're on Blog Talk Radio, don't forget to hit that follow button and make sure to stay tuned for every podcast here. Fast Break, Primetime Podcast, Wait, What Happened, A Graphic Conversation, Behind the Pen, everything here at MVP. If you're on YouTube, thank you for watching us this week, looking at our 2 beautiful mugs. This is where I pitch all the usuals. Follow us on Twitter, at Ricky Widmer, at the Mark Weber. Hit us up on Patreon. If you loved on YouTube watching our faces, this is where I kind of talk to you guys. You want to see more of this? Check out our Patreon. It's right there down in the description. We want to do better things for you. The one that I'm really kind of being honest with you guys is we want to get lapel mics, the ones that you kind of clip to your shirts. However, we need a little bit of help. Yes, the advertisement money helps from YouTube, the views, the likes, the subs, the love that you guys give us. But we want to make this product better for you guys. We want to do better things. One of the ideas we had is a Madden tournament where it's, let's say, me versus Mark. We got the lapel mics on. However, we need to get those lapel mics before we can do that and have that to the product that both me, Mark, Sean, Mike, that Dave, Brandon, that we all want. Unless you want a silent video, which I know none of you want because you want me to trash talk Mark all day while I'm beating his ass with the Vikings. That's just how I do.
I haven't played you Madden yet, so that probably will happen.
Mark would be the Bears, and I just wipe the floor with him, even with Jay Cutler out there. Sorry, Mike Rankin. But thank you guys for listening, watching, tuning in, hitting that subscribe button. I want to thank you guys yet again for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. And as always, have a good day, everybody.
Thank you for listening to this MVP podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Most Valuable Pod for more great podcasts.